Okay, we have made it to Dubbo Zoo, and Jules and her boys have come here with their bikes from home, and I've had to hire one. So if you come and do Western Plains Zoo, they highly recommend that you grab a bike, or you can grab carts, little golf buggies to drive around. I don't know if they're self-manned or if someone else drives you. So now I've got to go find them. So I'll be able to film once again on the bike. This is the hire place where you hire the bikes. And the bikes are kept over there. Now I've got to go try find them. Someone's left a nice hat. New York Knicks. If that's still there at the end of the day, I'm going to grab it. Not that I'm a fan. Car is letting everyone through. Tyres could need pumping up. Book your tickets online, they recommend. Bring a mask. Oh, we haven't brought any masks.
Yeah. In your bag. You get this one? You get this one?
Souvenir shop.
I got this one. You get this?
The Lion Pride Lands. Oh, look at those plushies. How nice are they?
Come on, let's go.
You get some sunscreen, Julie?
Yeah.
Very good. We've got Dubbo here. Welcome. Once upon a bilby. Living landscapes, the plains wandering. Please be mindful, snakes may live in these areas. I've got the snake-proof footwear on today. Adelaide, 1190 kilometres away. Brisbane is 860. The Kalahari Desert, really? 11,000. Where's Sydney? There it is, Sydney, Taronga Zoo. And take a ferry. Doesn't give you the distance. The ring-tailed lemur. Mate, I could do 3 hours of footage here today. I'll have to pick and choose which areas to film. There, wait. The black-handed spider monkey. I can't see a thing. Oh, there they are. They're up on the porch there, on their little veranda. In the distance. Right there. They've got it good. They've got their own little island. red-tailed lemur. He's even jumped up on the sign for me. Oh, turtle. Look at this turtle. Ooh, he didn't like it either. There's a better view of the spider monkeys. Pity I can't zoom in. Alright, better go find Jules and the kids, and we'll all cruise off together. Alright, we thought we were going to get in and not even have to scan our tickets, but when you get your bikes, you've got to come all the way down here and they actually scan you in. Scan us in, Jules? Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, thank you. Okay, we're in. I was a bit worried there. I thought Jules didn't book the tickets properly. 1.5 social distancing. Stay close to your family. Enjoy your visit. African wild dog is the first cab off the rank. Can we get up here? Wow, God. You know what? They charge extra for bikes with gears. But old Cruisy here is a child of the 70s and 80s when BMXs had no gears. Mean looking hombre, that kid. High-end hunters. I watch these guys on the Discovery Channel all the time. You can't see them anywhere. Probably hiding in that den. Can you see him, Jules, or not? No, they're a big flopperelli. These guys aren't out. On to the next one. So now we are at the black rhino exhibit up there and the meerkats. Well, the meerkats and the rhinos are going to be out. These guys aren't too shy. This is still the wild dog enclosure. They're hiding. They do not want to be seen. Here's the meerkats. This little fella. They're looking for food. Right over. They all go into the corner. They all into the corner. Shoot me out. The meerkats. Take it in turns to stand high on a rock, man, or branch to look out for danger. Let's get up on here and see if we can get a better look at the meerkats. Where they go now? I keep on missing them. The troops are just going from side to side. Can you walk around the back of the exhibit or not? Looks like they're going to come around the back here now. No. Maybe they're waiting to be fed. It's close to midday. Maybe that's what it is. We thought as much. The keeper is feeding. And the magpies as well. I know. They're going to push each other.
Tracking back. Yeah.
There's a cricket up the top there, brother. Push the cricket down, Jules. Coming up towards you. Yeah, it's the magpie.
No, you gotta ask the person if they have that. It's okay. It happens all the time. Thank you. Alright?
Off we go to see the black rhinos. There's a couple of statues. Whoa. Black rhino conservation and breeding centre. Oh, this is just a seminar down here. This is where they bring them in. They're out over the top there, so we'll have to ride around the other side. Doesn't seem to be anything here apart from a seminar on TV. Oh, there it is. There's one over there. A black rhino. There he is, right in the corner. Old Lonesome over there.
Populations can't reproduce quickly enough to stay happening. Here at the zoo, we're doing our bit to help conserve these amazing animals, both in human care and in the wild. Toronto is a founding member of the International Rhino Community, an organisation dedicated to the
Only old looking rhino, that one. Right up the other side and see if we can get a whole group of them.
to assist staff at the Sumatra Rhino Centre at Dubbo.
I'm going to head up here to the black rhinos and we'll see if their camera's shine or not. Oh, there he is. He's walking back down to where I was before. We're not having a hell of a lot of luck with these fellas today. He's looking to get something to eat. I think he knows it's time for food. There's only one in here. Huge enclosure. You see where they put some metal circular things around the bottom of the trees there. Stop the rhinos from destroying them. There he comes. Plodding away. Alright, finally managed to catch one on camera. Decided to ride up with him and see where he's going to go to. What's the bet? I thought he was going to go under the shade of those huts over there. But no, he's hungry, he's looking for grass. Yeah, so that's why he was down there. I gather the keeper lets him in down there. But he's got his second best meal here. Grass that's been left out there. Up here apparently is the giraffes. So let's go see these dudes. I'd highly recommend anyone that wants to do this, do it in the winter time. Not a huge fan of doing stuff like this. Sweating my butt off. We got the zebra and the giraffes all in one enclosure. Zebra. Oh, look at this little fella. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can't see any zebras. Cockatoos on the ground, the bin chickens. But I have no idea where the zebras are. This is where they feed them. So I gather at some stage the lady will walk up on top of this little walkway. Looks like something out of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Outie. There's a magpie waiting. Oh no, there's a lot more there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're camouflaged amongst the trees right at the back there. There's another one there. Geez, you can miss them if you don't look hard enough. I think I might get a little picture of this dude.
I'm too hungry.
You go and see what she's doing, Rick. Come
Okay. Yeah.
Giraffes are about 2 meters tall. So these closures are pretty close together. Oh, there's some zebras up the top there, under the shade of the trees up there. 1, 2, 3. So these enclosures are pretty close together. If you don't want to hire a bike, there's not a lot of walking in between them. Well, so far anyway. The circuit might be a different story, but so from the zebra and the giraffe enclosure, up here in the distance I can see ostriches. It's a big drop down there. Look at the size of this. They're hot too. Gasping for more air. Pretty much similar to what chickens do.
Look at him.
They're following you, Jules. They're following you. Alright, let's go see what's up the road here. So we've had meerkats, black rhinos, zebras, giraffes, and this ostrich following us. What's your favourite? These ones? Oh, zebras, yeah. Pity they were a little bit too far away. Okay. 3 kilometres. We've got another 3 kilometres to go on this track. Alright, we've come across the eland. Now, I watch many a documentary on the Discovery Channel with these guys getting hunted down by lionesses. These things are prime food source for the big cats of Africa. And once again, they're down here. We should be able to get some good pictures and video of these chaps. They don't even allow you to get up on the grass. They're basking in the shade. That is the eland. good eating, so the lions tell me. We've got the signs for more rhinos up here and hippos, and we've got a picnic area. And the lemurs. Pretty sure we've seen them at the start of the bike ride, so we must have done a small loop. Another car park up here. Let's go see if we can see some hungry hippos. There's the elands back there. So I gather there's rhinos in here, or hippos, one or the other. Can't see anything. Something down over here. Let's see what these chaps are looking at. Do not enter. Trying to keep this camera as still as possible, but it's not going to allow me on the dirt here. What do we got up here? What have we got in here? Hippos. Oh, there they are, right down the back. So this is the problem with zoos. Sometimes you can only see them at a distance away. Awesome enclosure though. There's the hippo just in the water. It's just gone under. An awesome enclosure. We've got the zebra and elephant up this way. Down that way we've got the rhino and cheetah. And over here it is the African savannah. So I think we'll go down here first and see, is it the white rhino? White rhino and cheetah. So it says white rhino. But once again, you don't know where they're going to be in the enclosure. You'd have to be quite lucky. Might go get sprayed by the sprinklers, I think. Cool down a little bit. The cheetah enclosure is just there. Got to go up here though and see the white rhino if we can. That gives you the different size of the species. Service right up that way. Okay, where are you? Oh, there they are. Look at that. Brilliant. These ones are really close. All sleeping. A white rhino, eh? 3 of them in here. Under the shade of the tree. Well, it is success with the white rhino. We're done with the white rhinos. We are now off to the cheetahs. Alright, go on, straight through the sprinklers. Go, Tom. Watch the car, Jilly. He's not going to see you. Savannah Safari Tour opens from 10 AM today. Yep, this is where the cheetahs are.
Nah, the paper bag.
Can you run as fast as a cheetah? Come on, Bo, straight up the hill and straight back in. The birds are loving it. 0.5 seconds. 15 minutes. I'm going to be careful here. 1 second, 30 meters.
Welcome.
1.5, 45 meters. 2.0 seconds, 60 meters. Cheetah enclosure. Part of the savannah. Okay, I can't see anything on this side of the enclosure, but it does go all the way around. Nothing here, maybe more up this way. Where are you hiding? Savannah Safari Lookout. Got a nice moat around the edge. Elephants. I haven't seen any elephants. Oh, there's the elephants up the top. I cannot see one cheetah. Maybe this isn't a cheetah enclosure. How good do they look? Elephants down in the mud pit there. Watch your boats, I'm just going to get this. We've got more giraffes out there. Well, that must be on the other side of the giraffe enclosure. Oh, no, that's okay, yeah, no problem. I think I can see one right down at the base of a tree there, because there'll be no other place it could be. Look how beautiful these elephants look. They look awesome. I'll have to get some pictures of those. The Savannah tour bus is just about to depart. Jules is hopping on, I think. You have to book or do you hop on? I reckon someone will pinch the bikes. I don't think it's going to be enough. They're separate tickets, Jules. Let's get up on top of that viewing platform up there. That would be really cool actually. So we didn't hear about it, but we didn't book tickets to the Savannah tour. But that would look really good. To cruise around now, I can see rhinoceroses, elands, giraffes. I'd say everything in the zebras down the far back. Let's go have a look up to here. One of those old telescopes that used to be at the airport back in the day. Which in the Savannah, the common eland, the giraffe, the ostrich, the zebra. Still can't see any cheetahs. This is probably the best vantage point for the elephants. So a lot of places are closed off, so you would be able to go under there, but due to COVID, I think they're not allowing it unless it's a keeper talk. So once they start the seminar, you line up there and you go in under. I think places like Taronga Zoo and Mogo Zoo, you can get a lot closer to the animals than you can here. Black buck. Used to own those as a child. They're helmeted guinea fowl. Used to have plenty of those. Geez, they make some sound. That awesome waterfall. Beautiful. And the elephant's going to get some shade. One last look at the savannah before we head off. Just going to head up here also. There's this elephant. It's like doing some leg exercises up here. By himself. Right in the distance there. And there's the peacock just behind him in the grass there. There's another elephant over there. That one's completely saturated with mud and water. And I must say, Dubbo Zoo, You have very poor form when it comes to your refreshment machines. It's 36 bloody degrees up here, and the machine is temporarily not in use. You guys really have to be kidding. Surely you can get someone out here to fix the freaking vending machine. Especially with the drinks. The chips and the lollies seem to be working. But the one we need the most, nah, sorry. Go thirsty and die. Poor form. Very, very poor form. You shall be hearing about that on the review system. We stood here for about 15 minutes because some children just would not get off these elephants to get some pictures, and now as we drive past there's no one. It's always the way. Life is about timing. What's in here, Jilsy? Those elephants right up the back. They're throwing the mud up over them to protect their skin from sunburn. We're yet to see the big cats. And cheetah enclosure, still can't see any cheetahs. Let's cruise around and have a look. On the other side of the elephant enclosure now. Those were those same elephants that I just captured throwing soil at themselves. Would have been nice to capture them in this water hole here, wouldn't it? Is it? Just go up as far as it goes. That's fresh topsoil. Someone brought it in this morning, knowing how hot it was going to be. So they've got a sprinkler system here too. I gather that's with fires. Can't go up there anymore? It's dead end like the gay lot. Okay, that's the elephants for today. Off to the big cats. Oh, we've got a couple of different exhibits before the big cats. Looks like some sort of donkey. Persian Onanga. The Persian Onanga are the fastest member of the horse family and can sustain a 50-kilometre pace with start bursts at 70 kilometres. I've never seen these before. It's the first time I've seen this thing. 3 of them there. They allow you to get close to these ones. What have we got over here? It says something on that sign. I can't read it from this distance. Beware. Magpie nesting season. So we've got swooping magpies. We've got the bongo. We got the bongo. Hopefully it'll be a little bit shady through here. Rare and beautiful. The bongo is critically endangered with fewer than 100 left in the wild. Smell that. It just smells of the bongo. I love that smell. There he is right there. Catching shade. The bongo.
Very long stuff, don't they? You wouldn't want one of those picking up and putting in. No? They can yeah.
Doesn't seem to be anything in this enclosure, as you can see from the little watering hole there. This looks like it's remained empty. So down over here, we've got the tigers, I think. I think we've got the tigers. Maybe Sumatran tigers. Can you see any tigers? Sumatran tigers, correct. Mundo. Tigers. Keep a talk. I suppose they only really come out when you feed them. Oh, your choices. There you go, Kobe. Your choices can save tigers. So if anyone wants to save a tiger, buy yourself some Maxibon. Look at that moat. That's awesome. Look at the colour of that. Mossy texture on top. This is the problem with exhibits like this. You have to be very lucky or come when the keeper is talking to actually catch them. Because they hide. I'd say it'd be in the bush down there somewhere. Well, this lady's taking a picture of something, so it must be down here. There he is, next to the old palm tree. You can just see his back. Right there. Just the one-er, and there's a den just there. Camera shy. Well, it must be getting close to the lines if we're around the big cats. Down the bottom here, I can see it says the white-handed gibbon. And once again, got that beautiful mossy moat. There he is over there, once again on the other side of the river. There he is over there. Is that where we started to walk up there? I don't know. No, this looks different to where we were at the beginning of the day. At Mogo Zoo, when you first enter, I don't know if it's still the same, but the cages of these gibbons is right on the path, and you're virtually so close to them. They hang on the cage and you can virtually touch them. Looks like this zoo is designed to be exactly how their natural habitat would be. just sussed out the gibbon. Seen the rhino a few times now. Pretty much over the rhino. Well, we'll go have a look at these otters. They're a crafty little devil. We'll go see whether or not they'll give us a show. Once again at Mogo Zoo, the otters, I don't think I can go up this way. The otters are very close to where you stand, so you can get good pictures and footage of them. My ass is killing. Riding this bike. Okay, otter and rhino. Okay, so this is, once again, it's a different type of rhino. Greater one-horn rhino and a small clawed otter. We're in the Asian forest. This might be a place where we just drop the bikes and walk around. It could be a good idea. Actually, we'll ride around.
Yeah, right. In the water.
Oh, here he is, just here. Wow, look at that. They're very few and far between the ones you can see. Didn't see the cheetah, no African wild dog.
African wild dogs are right up the back there.
Oh, were they? Oh, okay.
So when you first come to that viewing area,
Yeah.
first viewing area,
Yeah.
look straight across the
Right at the back,
and you
yeah.
see him laying on the
You'd
ground.
have to zoom
Siberian tiger was buried in his bamboo.
in the bamboo. Yeah, I've seen that one, but again, you have to zoom right in with the camera to get a
As I
picture.
got to the tiger,
Yeah.
they took him out through the back gate.
Oh, did they? Oh, wow. Yeah, this is great, that right here. Beautiful. I'd be in there as well, mate. Looks like it's just the one. Greater one-horn rhino. Let's see what we can see down here. Viewing times 9:30 to 1. We caught that one. Might have to get a picture of him because I'm not sure if Jules and the boys come down this section. This must be where the otters are. I'll leave the bike here. See if we can see some otters. There they are up the back, they're being fed. Here they come.
Yeah, you go right there, right there.
Oh yeah, they're all there. There, Mum.
Keep your distance, please.
Mum, there.
Over here.
See them in the water. Come on.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, look, they're white. Look under. If you look under, you can... Oh. Mum, I'm going to look under. Otter. I love otter. Whoa. Otter. There's a lot in there. I'm a otter. Yes, oh, in there. Whoa. No, look at this thing. On top of it.
You're going to wash it out.
This is the way from how to make it.
Pretty successful up here at the one-horn rhino and the otters. I managed to capture them both on video, nice and close. Now I've got to try to find the others. Who knows where they are in the zoo and whether or not they actually came up here. I think I came from down there. Should we go along here or not? Oh, that's just the rhino enclosure just there. So we caught him in the water, which is a good thing. We're still in the Asian forest. We're going off to Simang. Look at this beautiful watering hole here. We've got a boom gate smack bang in the middle, stopping the greeny moss coming over to this end. Looks absolutely stunning. Simang. Car park, rhino, otter, Simang. Let's see if this drink machine is working. This one is working. You can hear the chill of it. But once again, the Simangs are nowhere to be seen. That's what you get. Oh no, there he is over there. Alright, let's go over there and have a look at this guy. Oh, look how good they look. We've got a Lift Lemon, we've got a Fanta Orange, and we've got the Cokes. And those Powerades look nice. Whoa. Asian Forest picnic grounds. What did you end up seeing over that way?
Oh, we've just been sitting with the monkey for half an hour watching the monkey.
Oh, with this monkey here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where were you sitting, Jules? Just here? Where were you sitting, here or up further? Oh, here we go, look at him. Oh, there's two of them. They're just here, that's all that I can see. Can't see anything else. Oh, okay, so what they do, they must shimmy slide across the wire to head over there. Maybe they sleep over there. I'd say that's their enclosure over there and that's where they stay. Yeah, that would be my guess. Alright, we've just come back from the Simangs and we had a bit of a break at the picnic area. We're going to head up here. I'll tell you what, my tyres are getting flatter and flatter. And it's a real struggle to ride this now, along with the heat. This guy has stopped exactly where I want to film. Get out of it. Alright, we're at the Black Bucks. And there they are in the distance over there. Black bucks. Yeah, they're the same as I watch on the Discovery Channel where the cheetahs and the lionesses attack and then the hyenas come and pilfer it away. They're walking up this way as well. They're looking right over to me. There's 2 over there and 3 over here. I think we've got the camels up there. Go suss them out. The camels and something sheep, a Barbary sheep. If my eyes are that good from this distance, a Barbary sheep and a camel. Oh, they're right up the back, and the camels are right up the back as well. Sitting down, it's too hot for them. There's a nice picnic area. You can do this area as well. I don't know if you can do the whole circuit, the whole tour of the zoo, but many places like this you can do it with the car. I've seen a lot of cars riding around, driving around. Ah, this bike is giving me grief. Was it worth the price? Probably. I wouldn't have been able to take in as much as I have. There's the camel. I can only see one. What a lonesome enclosure this is. Right at the back of the zoo. Barbary sheep up the back there. And this camel over here looks like it's gone. It's got its head buried in the dust. You just see it there. See the chicken wire they put around the trees. They gather with the Barbary sheep and their horns. Yeah, every single tree's got it. Once you complete the camel and Barbary sheep enclosure, come down this little road, you'll hit the bushland picnic grounds, and if you are on a bike you'll have a nice little breather here. As you're coming up on that side where the black bucks were, it's quite hilly, not hilly but a little bit harder, and this is downhill through here. I can see something beyond those trees. What does it look like? It looks like horses, but surely it's not just a horse. It'll have some name. This enclosure is wow, that's a mouthful. Przewalski's horse. Przewalski's horse. Try saying that 3 times. Let's just call it a horse. It looks like a horse to me. Coming down or not? They're looking. I'm not too sure. I don't think If someone gave me $1 million, I could move to this region. I don't think I'd ever get used to the heat. My descendants come from mountainous winter regions. I don't think I could get used to this heat. My grandparents left Australia because they couldn't handle the climate around the northern beaches in summer, let alone up in Dubbo. And as you get older, you feel it more. Let's have a look at this sign one last time. Yep, whatever that says. Preswalky's horse. The Z's probably silent, but alright, let's cruise down here. Find the others. Oh, we're getting back down to the Wild Asia area. This is where we were before. There's a couple of dome-like structures there. What is that? Oh, that's just probably the viewing. Yeah, they're just looking at these horses. So the horses can roam down as far as those dome igloos. Wild Asia. If I see some other sign stating something else, I'll go in there, but I can't see anything different. Here's the Sumatran tiger Asian forest that we've been in. The otters and the siamangs. Let's head up here and see what's up here. Have we been up here? I don't know if we have or not, but there's a little bridge to cross on over. Let's see what it says here. The wild herds. Oh, here we go. We've got Bambi down here. We've got some deers. Did you just fart? I think you did. I heard something come out from under this bridge. You didn't think I'd catch you, did you? No bikes. No bikes in this enclosure. Well, I can't see the others. Are the others in there? I don't think so. The bikes will be out here. I think we'll just head up the road. Still yet to see lions. Don't know what those are. Oh, it's taking a break. There's a sign over there saying almost there, the Billabong Can. Stay in the wild. We've got singing people in the Gulf. Stay in the wild under the stars at the Billabong Camp. Well, let's head up here and see what that's all about. There is a sign here saying koala and dingoes. Koala and dingoes. There's a nest of some sort up there. The koalas would be up in there somewhere, wouldn't they? There's Bambi again. There's a whole bunch of Bambis around the fence. Surely the dingoes can't be in this enclosure. Looks like someone's turned the sign around to point in here, but it actually means go up the road. You gotta tighten those bolts, brother. Confuses people. I've got my second wind. There's those same horses that we saw on the other side are over there. So they can roam. They've got a huge enclosure. Absolutely huge enclosure. I've not seen a dingo sign yet. We might pause until we get around there. Who knows how long it's going to be. Looks like we've arrived at the Billabong campsite. Camp under the stars, it says. Here's the dingo enclosure. Okay. We're making some progress. There they are over there once again. Far back where the camera can't catch them. I got a really awesome video back in 2010, I think, from Symbio Wildlife Park, where I'm actually howling with the dingoes. I'm right up on the fence. So the fence is here. They're right up nuzzling on the fence there. And then they're howling with me. Oh! I bet you didn't know dingoes howled like wolves. These ones did. He's behind. There they are, just there. If you look at that tree there, just to the left, his head is facing towards us. It's probably the shadiest spot in the whole enclosure. This might take us back to the beginning now. I don't know what's left to see. I'll head back out this way. There's a sign over there saying that campsite. These birds are everywhere. I don't know what they are. But they're a bit like noisy miners. They eat everything. Very territorial as well. So if you're thinking about camping, this is the place. The Billabong camp. That looks nice. If you're a camp type of guy. What have we got over here? Okay, we've got the wallaby and the koala. And there's the trio over there taking a break. Finally caught up with them. Wallaby and koalas. And what have we else we got here? Oh, we can do a walkthrough. The Aussie walkthrough. Did you walk through or not? Do a quick walkthrough, I think. Entry. Doesn't say no bike riding in here. Sanitize hands. Entry to the koala viewing platform. So we've got three types of wallabies. The swamp, the agile, and the red-necked. Three ways to be a house guest. Move quietly and slowly. There they are over there. Oh, look at that. Walking all the way up there. Got to go up there. Capture that. We've got to walk slowly. There we have it. Some sort of wallaby in its natural habitat. Animal rest area. We've got to get up there somehow. Do that walk. And then back down the other side. We've got some emus as well. Let's go up and around. Got some silver beet lettuce left out for the wallabies. So we're meant to be looking for koalas, are we? This tree that snapped, it's landed on that one. Once that thing goes, look what's straight under it. Imagine that goes and just pile on straight down, vertically. It's like Rambo jumping out of the tree with some punji spikes. He's killing the boar in first blood with his knife. We've got two of them and a little bubba. Hopefully this video won't go for more than an hour. Just trying to get little segments of each enclosure. Oh, this must be the koala enclosure. I've not been able to see one yet. Some Aboriginal artwork. There's a koala. There he is. Right in the fork of the tree there. It's hard to see that one there. There. Let's head down the other side. Oh, I can feel this floor flexing. Please be aware of bees in this area. This would have been great to ride a bike along here. Maybe I should have brought the bike, considering they said there was no sign saying I couldn't. There's the road out there. So the turn off must be just up there a little bit. Just about to exit. I can see some emus in the distance. Protection from people in vehicles. Fencing roads to keep animals off. That makes life safer for animals and for people. There's a wallaby over there. A couple of different wallabies over there. Don't know which species. Animal rest area. There's a noisy miner. Ooh, they're looking right at me. You're not happy, are you? That's right. I see the emus, and I think that'll do us. And bug it. I'll sleep well tonight. Ooh, he's getting a nice picture of that emu. It's right up on the fence. They can be quite feisty. I remember when Australia Zoo and Steve Irwin was still around, and he used to film emus in his zoo there. They used to be quite brutal. He used to chase him around and everything. I've got a wallaby sipping. Another emu just up there. We might as well capture this one. camera shy, is he?
Hey, hey, hey. Bye.
Oh, pity that mist wasn't a little bit closer. Let's head out the exit. So just on from the koalas and the wallabies, you'll come to this enclosure, and up here I can see an African lion. There we go, it's something in here. Goats. We can actually walk through these. There's a little billy goat up on the top of the rock. Nothing flash. You can see goats at the Royal Easter Show. I want to go see these lions though. There's a whole bunch of emus over here. A hell of a lot of emus actually. Here they are there. Okay, the lion. We're at the lion. I can't see their bikes here. So they've either missed the lions over here. They actually grouse. Very good. That'll scare the shit out of children. Very good. Caught them on camera too. They're wildebeests actually, they're not buffalo. They're wildebeests. Are we going to see them? Once again, I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to catch the lions. They do put a couple of patinate metal signs of wildebeests in there. And that's about it. They're not in their enclosure either. Would have been nice if they were sitting up the top there. Their enclosure is huge and they could be anywhere. Night stalkers. Really? Yeah, tell me.
Back there, the very last tree, sleeping under the tree.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're probably right. That's, you can see the main.
Yeah, in the binoculars it looks like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you've got to be lucky to see half the animals in this zoo.
Well, we're surprised it's closing so early, 4:30. I mean, the prime time's got to be like from 6 to 8.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wonder why it closes so early.
Yeah.
Looking for a missing picture.
I suppose the best time to go see anything is when the keepers do their talk. They probably feed them. And
Well, we were here a long time ago when the kids were little, and that's what we did. They went to the hyenas and fed them,
And fed them,
and the
yep.
giraffes and fed them. Everybody just followed them along.
that's the best way, I'd say.
And it's all over like the feeding by 10 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
And just wandered around.
Yeah, I think we've come at the wrong time.
I suppose I'll blame it all on COVID though, won't I?
Oh, that was a big disappointment. There's one lion down the back there, and that's it. Let's go in here and see what's in here. made a domestic gate, so I should be able to pat these guys. That's what it says. Move quietly and slowly. For our health, please don't feed us. We won't feed you, but I want to pat. Hello. Hello. You want to scratch? There you go. Oh, no, don't you love that there? Feels good, huh? Lift your chin. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Feels nice, huh? Not bad whiskers, brother. What about you, black beauty over here? How about you, Mr. Domestic Goat? You want to scratch? Surprised I know what I'm doing, eh? Kids probably annoy you when they come in. This is where they get really itchy, where their horns are growing through. Where was that one that was on? Can we go in there or not? No. These ones must be. Where did I see that one on the rock? Oh, actually, no, it wasn't the rock, it was up on here. So I think it was this one here. When I was standing out there, it was up here. Maybe two under here. Hello? Oh, you're looking a bit sad, aren't you? It's a bit cruel in here. Where's the water? Where do you drink? I'm struggling to find where there were over here. Yeah, that's one of these. I'm going to see what's over here, and then we'll call it a day. Actually, we might be able to walk close to the lions, because the gentleman said he's seen it through his binocular. They're right down in the distance over there, so I don't know how close we can get. Let's get up nice and high and see what we can see. A couple of Zulu people. A couple of buzzards. Once again fake. The gentleman said there's no hyenas here. I got no idea why. It's playtime. Test your hunting skills against each lioness ahead. Oh, there they are. Okay, we managed to see some lionesses at least. On their side. Relaxing. What a life. Having to put up with this heat. Keep it. Bound by blood.
Go to
So he's got one paw resting on her hind, and he's got the back hind leg resting on the stump. Okay, so they're the females, and the male I think's down the back there, because that one looked like he had a mane right down in the distance there. So that's the one we could see when the gentleman was pointing it out to me. There's their enclosures. Pity they weren't there. Well, that's a wrap from this part of the zoo. We'll see if there's any other enclosures, but I'll be happy to call it a day now. I'm buggered. I've come across a cheetah enclosure. I was going to call it a day, but I've actually seen them out and about here, so we may be able to get a good look at the cheetahs, considering that the lions were a little bit disappointing. Nice ramp. It doesn't say not to ride the bikes. There they are down there. The cheetah enclosure is huge. Goes from one side to the other. Once again, too tired to be walking around. See you, cheetahs. Just on from the cheetahs, we got the Galapagos tortoise. This big ass thing. Oh, they're munching away down there as well. Oh shit, I thought there was one there. Look at the size of this. Now I've seen these things on Australia Zoo and up at the Central Coast there, the Wildlife Park. These are quite common around all the zoos around. You go visit. This one looks like a small one compared to those ones. Galapagos tortoise. Something in this enclosure. It is the same thing. So they go from one side of the enclosure to the other. It probably takes them a year to get down here. Keep a talk over there, so we shan't be going up there. There is one there. I don't know, is that fake or not? Let's see. They're not really stopping at it, so to me it looks like it might be just a fakie. That's where we do talks. Yeah, it's just a fakie. The reason why they put these here is because it allows you to get a pic. No, it's real. It is real. His head's moving. Wow, look at that. He's still in it. Okay, we've got a Galapagos tortoise on the video as well. Let's see what enclosure we find next. Can we find the exit sign, please? Okay, we exited one last boom gate there where cars have an automatic exit and cyclists have to press a button. And it looks like I'm back in the car park that we started at the start of the day. So unless there's cameras there, if you had your own bike, you could do a sneaky through that boom gate. Honestly, they wouldn't even know it. That's where, yep, there's the lion windows that I recorded at the start of the day. And I'm going to go see if I can find my car, which I'm sure would be sweltering hot. And I'm going to drop the bike back off again. Let's see if I remember where I parked. I think it was down over here somewhere. And there it is. I'm not looking forward to getting into you, and I'm not looking forward to giving you a wash. It's going to take 2 washes to get rid of all those mosquitoes. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap from Western Plains Zoo here up at Dubbo. I'm going to drop this bike back and we're done. Adios.